Hi everybody, Alaska here, and I wanted to bring through a video on angel DNA activations that are happening within some of us. And I did have this information come through yesterday, but I did kind of get struck down with kind of what felt like a sickness after I did get the information in. It's very strong for our bodies, these activations that are going off. My daughter actually is on her 4th day of showing flu-like symptoms, just vomiting at night, once or twice. The first night she only did once, the second night it was twice, within like an hour of each other, and then she was fine. Really tired, fatigued during the day, but moments of being okay. I'm on day 2 of this. I don't have vomiting, but I'm extremely exhausted, fatigued. I actually came in here after I got this information, and I was in the car when it happened, and I got home and I went pretty much right to bed and took like a power nap for a good 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and I was up and I was just kind of groggy feeling ever since. And I did wake up extremely kind of weakish feeling. I'm tired, bouts of nausea, not too bad for me, but almost muscle aches a little bit. My legs, my daughter mentioned this too, she keeps saying her legs hurt, and I did get up and it felt like I needed to stretch, but even if I was stretching, I didn't feel like I was stretching enough. So it's very much achy feeling for your legs. I want to go into what I saw yesterday and sense, actually, because I've been seeing wings a lot, and this came through before the first set of DNA activations went off around Lionsgate, or on Lionsgate I should say. So I'll turn this down a little bit. It started off when we were in the car with the wings again. I saw a flash of wings, and then suddenly I saw an angel coming down. The angel is one of my 4, but one that I don't see on a regular basis. Usually I see a blonde hair male, shoulder length, maybe a little bit above shoulder length hair, kind of wavy blonde. This one was also a male, dark, well, not really dark, brown hair, but longer brown hair. And he came down, and I knew immediately it had something to do with the activations that were going off. I just felt it. I saw him, and I kept getting flashes of different things, wings, a DNA strand, like a helix, and then after these flashes, I got this extreme burning in my back. And to best describe this, you have your spine about 2 inches on each side of my spine, right before the shoulder blade area. So more here, here's my shoulder blade, more here. This I had burning on each side, probably about this long or so, about 4 to 5 inches lengthwise. And the image that I got when I immediately got this burning on each side was almost like if there was already a knife in my back and somebody just pulled it down and cut it open. And I'm sorry if that sounds graphic or brings up anything for you, but that's exactly what I felt. But the significance of this is I felt, okay, they're open. Where our wings are supposed to be are now opened. So, and I heard round 2. So I feel like this is the second set of activations that are going off for those who hold angelic DNA. After I got that, after I heard the round 2, we were almost to the house. I came in. I was planning on making a video then, but I was so extremely fatigued and tired and kind of slightly nauseous that I just kind of climbed in bed and I was out. And I got a lot of flashes too, because I didn't ever fall into like a deep sleep, more kind of almost like a deep meditation process where you kind of see things and they kind of run their course. This is what happened. I was very much deep under, but I kept seeing things, and I can't exactly remember what I saw now, but I do know that it was linked to the process, so I'm just going to trust that what came through, my higher self knows, so I'm going to let that kind of take over. If you're feeling at all the last few days, because today's day 4 for my daughter, and I know that she holds the angelic strands of DNA. So around the last 4 days or so, if you felt tired, if you felt any back pain, neck pain, because I did, when I felt this burning on each side of my spine, I did kind of feel it almost to the base of my neck, down probably an inch or two under where I felt these strips of like burning. It was like kind of like a burning. So fatigue, back pain, nausea, flu-like symptoms. If your muscles feel kind of achy or like you need to stretch but you can't quite stretch good enough, this may be you. I feel like those who are drawn to this video are more than likely in need of seeing it. So even if it's a year from now and you're watching, I feel like everybody moves at their own pace, at their own time, and they'll see this exactly when they need to see it. So and I'm seeing wings right now. And I did have a word that kept coming to me yesterday, and for the life of me I can't remember it now. But I remember the very ending of the word had a very ooh sound, and I could not barely even say it from what I was hearing in my head. Vastu. I think that was it. Actually, now that it comes to me, but something about this word I feel like I need to say vastu, and it'll do what it needs to do with you. So, for those of you with the angelic DNA, I hope this resonates. I hope that you get what you need to out of it. And I saw something, I think it was a cross. And yes, I want to mention that I did connect to source and I did ground before this video. And when I connected to source, I saw a very bright yellow. That's why I'm holding this, and I'm glad I saw it, because I feel like it's significant that I say. I saw a bright yellow and I connected to source. I saw the angels next to the opening, because when I imagine source, it's almost like in the sky. There's like an opening in the sky, and I connect through this opening. Yellow light, bright. It almost looked like lava kind of just started pouring into me, and I got Christ consciousness, and I've been getting that a lot. The yellow, I've had a great pull to yellow, and that's what I did see. It was almost kind of like honey, like lava, but it wasn't the color of honey. It was more like a brighter yellow. And I let the yellow pour down into me. I really kind of breathed it in. I let it soak into every part of my being, cells, DNA, everything. And when I felt that it was the time, because I'll get a feeling, I pushed that down through the bottoms of my feet. I even let a cord come through my root chakra down. I went through the middle of the earth, wrapped around Gaia's crystal heart. Immediately, I saw a dark green. Green usually symbolizes healing for me, but this was different. The green turned into like a fire, like a dark green fire, and it traveled up up through the cord, up through the bottoms of my feet, went through my body, and I did let it kind of like with the yellow, I let it just fill every part of me, and I held it there until I felt it was right, and then I brought it up and connected that with the green up through source. So it's one big like pillar of almost like yellow honey lava looking stuff with the dark green fire, and it was like flames just like licking up everywhere. So I do feel like the screen somewhat symbolizes healing, but more than that, and I think it may be the activations. I think that's what that dark green stands for, is the activations. And I'm seeing if that's it. I'm kind of feeling back here. I'm getting that kind of lightheaded, kind of fatigued feeling again. It's off and on. If you're feeling this, just know that it's these activations and that you're gonna feel better soon. Okay. And also, remind me again. Yesterday, after I had woken up from my little power nap, I was talking to my husband about this, and after the word came through, I was talking to him about the fairy. I did a video about how one of the times I connected to source, my angel stepped in, and then I saw a fairy, but she didn't have wings, and I thought there was a significance somewhere between fairies and angels and wings. Somehow they're linked. Somehow, like DNA wise, they're linked. And it has to do with the wings. Almost like, see, fairies have wings, they're related to angels kind of thing. As nonchalant as that sounds, or ridiculous, or however you might think how it sounds, I do feel like there is a link between fairies and angels, and I'm not quite sure what it is, but I almost feel like if you have maybe even fairy DNA, that somehow these angelic DNAs that are going off are going to trigger something within you as well. So you might be feeling this as well. But I really feel like there's some kind of link between fairies and angels, and that those holding fairy DNA then I guess would hold angelic DNA if they are linked. I don't know. If you've ever heard anything about this, I would love to know, because I've never heard anything like this. I've never heard any kind of link between angels and fairies. So if you have, I'd love to hear it. If not, I'd love to hear your what you might think about it in the comments. So I think that's it. I'm gonna put this down. Okay, and much love and blessings, and I hope this video finds you well. Have a great day.